Hi, I'm Ángela Serrano. I'm an assistant professor of sociology at Universidad de los Andes in Colombia. I'm excited to share with you my latest research published in the Journal of Peasant Studies. It's titled Another Palm is Possible: Small-Scale Palm Oil Farmers Exercising Autonomy in Northeast Colombia. In this study, I explore a key question. How is it that some small-scale palm oil growers in Colombia have managed to participate in global markets while maintaining partial autonomy from them? Through the stories of Cecilia and Gerardo, I uncover how these farmers navigate capital-intensive markets. Cecilia benefited from state-led agrarian reform in the 1980s. 20 years later, faced with oil palm as one of the few options for securing cash income, she received support from a local association and a national NGO in an industry with transnational oversight. These two factors, land access and multiscale organizational support, enabled her to maintain a partial agroecological approach and make strategic decisions about her farm. This support helped her maintain some control over her farming practices, allowing her to carve out space for partial autonomy while growing a monocrop for global markets. In contrast, Gerardo's situation is much more difficult. He accessed land through a long-term deal with a palm oil producing agribusiness, which imposed strict conditions, including planting only palm oil monocrop and adhering to the agronomic guidelines of the agribusiness. This reliance on monoculture and a market-driven land access has led to financial strain and environmental degradation in his farm. Unlike Cecilia, Gerardo did not benefit from agrarian reform, and the conditions imposed by the agribusiness have severely restricted his ability to make independent decisions. So, while participating in global markets often increases dependency and marginalization for small-scale farmers, many view it as their only option to secure cash income for their farms and families. My research highlights how, in this context, farmers like Cecilia and her neighbors use agroecological practices and partial integration into global value chains to build the economic viability of their farms. Supported by state-led land access and organizational backing at local, national, and transnational levels, this strategic approach helps small-scale farmers avoid full dependency on large agribusinesses and volatile markets. By examining the contrasting experiences of Cecilia and Gerardo, this study highlights that an alternative form of palm oil production is possible. Cecilia and her neighbors practice small-scale monocropping combined with broader agroecological farming, which stands in stark contrast to the prevalent large-scale palm oil plantations. This approach has allowed them to develop farming practices that are both economically viable, given their limited options, and more environmentally sustainable than traditional palm oil plantations. It underscores the crucial role of state-led agrarian reform and multiscale organizational support in enabling small-scale farmers to carve out partial autonomy, even within capital-intensive markets. So thank you for watching this video. I hope my research contributes to ongoing discussions about the possibilities of small-scale farming in a context of expanding global agricultural markets. And I invite you to read more in the Journal of Peasant Studies.